And so also to share with you about his experience for the AIS, we want to welcome one of our beloved community members, Randy Craig, to talk about what CSL has done for him.
Thank you. Good morning. So I'm going to share with you a condensed version of the evolution of my prosperity consciousness. First 40 years, in a nutshell, I spent very much questioning, basically an agnosticism. I had to see things before I believed them. And then through a dark night of my own soul, I had a shift. And that little shift was from constant questioning to active seeking. And so as I began active seeking, CSLDallas and I found one another. I was immediately enamored and embraced and accepted by the community. I felt like I was home. And yet there was this little aspect of my life in a compartment over here called money. And money was not yet ready to share the experience of something larger than myself that the rest of me was experiencing. But there was, about a year later, a little crack in that compartment, a little seed planted in foundations class. And in foundations class, we did an exercise where we were invited to play big and imagine what we wanted our lives to look like in 5 or 10 years. And what came through for me in that particular moment in that class was that, man, my dream job at that point in time was that I wanted to have a full-time gig being a philanthropist. I wanted to give money away all the time so I could be that guardian financial angel or that anonymous donor or the secret Santa every day, right? In that, I mean, I sat in that experience and how that might feel to be able to do that on a daily basis. And through the ministry here and the teaching and the philosophy and the support of the community, I was able to step into that just a little bit. Now, while I still have my full-time gig as that philanthropist is still in the works, I am stepping into it just a little bit. And the way I step into that on a daily basis is when, like, for example, when I buy my groceries. I have, instead of having expenses and income, now I have inflows and outflows. And so when I buy my groceries, I'm nourishing myself, but I'm also supporting the livelihoods of the grocery workers and truck drivers and farmers and ranchers. I'm doing that with my outflow. That goes out to the greater good. And when I write that check on April 15th that we all dread, I'm seeing it as an outflow. I'm doing this to create a safe society. I'm doing this to build roads and bridges and schools. I'm doing that, and I'm writing that check in support of those things that are greater than myself. And my tithe to CSLDallas is not an obligation. It's not a burden. It is an absolute affirmation that I am in the divine flow of prosperity. This is who I am, and this is how I take up money now. I'm in the middle of it. I'm a vessel for it, and I'm a director of it. So I have tithed in 2017. I have pledged for 2018. And I promise you that in 2018, I will share my abundance with you. That's what my tithe means. It's in support of every one of you in this room and of this facility and of our ministry and of this great philosophy that enriches us all. And I'll leave you with this wish for each of you that in your own time, in your own way, I wish for you that you will step into and find your own inner philanthropist. Thank you.
Thanks, Randy.